Yo, what's up, guys? So Milan's weekend has gone from bad to worse, guys. After losing yesterday to Cremonese, today was confirmed that the deal for Victor Boniface is off. Obviously, guys, if you guys saw my video the other day, Boniface has a long history injury, of course. He had a couple teared up knees back in 2019 and 2020. Obviously, he had a growing issue that kept him out 3 months a couple years ago with Leverkusen, last year actually. And then after, he also had a car accident. So many injuries that this player has had. And Milan were very hesitant to go on with the deal because of the injury history and there being no guarantees that this player could stay on the field and be productive for Milan and get some goals for them. And after what we saw yesterday with Santi Jimenez, we know Milan absolutely needs to get themselves a big and strong striker into this team to help this team right away. Now, the two names that I've been hearing are Konrad Harder from Sporting Lisbon and Dusan Vlahovic. Allegri has stated that he wants Dusan Vlahovic at all costs, but the problem, as we all know, is Dusan Vlahovic makes a lot of money. He makes 12 million euros a year at Juventus. He would have to take at least a 45 million euro pay cut just to come to Milan. Milan would also have to fix their payment structure and have to pay Vlahovic the most on the team, obviously making more than Leao automatically right away. So that would cause some problems, I would think, maybe in the locker room, who knows. But for me, Milan would obviously go for the cheaper option, which would be probably Konrad Harder due to wages reasons wise. Obviously, Harder would be a lot more cheaper on wages, of course. Now, Milan would have to spend a little bit more money on the transfer fee. So that's where the in-between is, of course. Now, what I'm reading now in the last 10 to 15 minutes is that Milan have agreed to a 24 million euro deal plus 3 million in bonuses for Konrad Harder. So that's what I've been hearing, around that or 23 million plus 4. One of those two figures is what I've been reading for Harder. Now, do I think he's a nice young player? Absolutely. But he's young, he's raw, he's only 20 years old. And what I saw yesterday with Jimenez, guys, and the way he played, I think Milan need a little bit more guarantees and certainty. So if you ask me between the two strikers, between Harder and Vlahovic, I would have to take Dusan Vlahovic solely based off the fact that he gives you more guarantees. He has experience in Serie A. He's 25 years old. He's a little bit more seasoned than Harder. Harder would have to come in right away, and the expectations would be so high for him to score automatically and hit the ground running that I think that the pressure would be effective on the kid, and he might not score goals. And look what happened to him, and as you can see that he clearly isn't right physically wise. He couldn't hold up play, got dominated by Bashirotto yesterday. Like, yesterday's game was very concerning. And seeing everything in the papers about how Allegri doesn't like Jimenez and the characteristics he brings as a striker, yesterday showed a lot of reasons why Allegri does not like Santi Jimenez as his number 9. And you could see it, just got bullied off the ball too many times. I don't think we'll see that if Dusan Vlahovic was there. Vlahovic is a big, strong striker. He can hold up play, attack the box, and Jimenez was just not doing that yesterday. Now, I know it's one game. I have faith in Jimenez. I think he's a good striker. But yesterday's game was very worrying. Opened up my eyes a lot thinking, man, oh man, if this guy here can't even go up against Bashirotto, imagine what he could do up against the world's best defenders if Milan ever were to return back to the Champions League, of course. So, very concerning game yesterday for Jimenez. Do I think Harder's a nice young player? Yes. Do I think it's a bit of a risky move to rely on a 20-year-old to come in and score right off the bat? Absolutely. Vlahovic would be a more of a guarantee and certainty, but like I mentioned, of course, the salary is his biggest concern. And Allegri as well mentioned another concern at the transfer summit today at Casa Milan. They need another center back, like I stated yesterday. That is an absolute guarantee. This club needs to go get themselves another center back. After seeing the performances yesterday by Pavlovic, Tomori looked shaky. Gabbia was okay. He was probably the best out of the 3 center backs, but still, it was a disastrous game yesterday. The situation itself was disastrous. The team looked lethargic at times. They looked tired, out of shape. Obviously, there's a lot of new players. They got to start getting to know each other, gel. Obviously, Modric, as we saw, was the best player yesterday. But with Milan not having any attacking a threat to up top, the way Pulisic and Jimenez have played yesterday, they need to go get themselves a striker, guys. And these two options are the best available options, if you ask me. And the two options that Milan is looking at the hardest. But for me, guys, I just think that they're going to end up getting Konrad Harder because of the salary. He's younger. And that's why I think Milan will end up going for him. Now, if they go get 2 strikers, great. What I'm reading, DiMarzio reports saying they're only going for 1. Let's hope that's not the case. 2 would be great, but you're only playing once a week. 3 strikers is a lot. Does Milan sell Musa? A lot of chat about Rabiot possibly coming in if they do sell Musa. And who do they get at center back? A lot of people have been saying they want Kim Min-jae from Bayern Munich. The question is his salary? He makes a lot of money. We'll have to see regarding that. Or Andre Silva, I'm pretty sure from Benfica. So Antonio Silva, sorry, not Andre, Antonio Silva. So one of those 2 center backs will have to come in maybe. Those are some options, but who knows with this management, guys. They got 1 week left to fill a couple holes. And then this is the team we got to deal with until January, guys. But, guys, tell me your thoughts and opinions on who Milan should sign, who they should target. Things have been very interesting after 1 week in the Serie A season for AC Milan, guys. Things have not looked good to start. But let's hope Milan play better next week against Lecce. And let's see if Allegri can get the train moving in the right direction, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, if you like this video, subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Forza Milan sempre, as always, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you're more. Ciao, guys.